Hey guys, so the Prusa MK3 3D printer came out over a year ago, and I finally decided to do a review on my printer. So I brought the kit version of the printer, so they gave me a big box of parts and some online instructions to follow. The instructions were really clear to follow and everything went together pretty easily. I loved how they also included some extra parts, so in case you dropped a screw or they didn't send you the right amount, you could put the thing together still. I was also really happy because they included the full reel of filament, so right when you finish building the printer you can get going and get printing, and they included gummy bears too, which is pretty awesome. So this is the second printer I've owned. My first printer was the Filament MK3, which worked okay. It got the job done, but wasn't my favorite thing to use. This one beats it in almost every way. Has a bigger build volume. So this one has a 25 centimeter by 21 centimeter by 21 centimeter build volume, which is a bit bigger than average, and I've been able to print some pretty big parts on it, which is awesome. Another feature I love is the build plate. It's super easy to use. You can just flex to get parts off of. Heats up really fast because it's so thin, and it's held up pretty well to all the use I've given it. The only issue is I do have some discoloration in the center, and the edges, some of the top coating is starting to peel off. Also, I do have to use a good amount of glue stick on it to get things to stick. That could be because my filament's not completely dry. And they also have different plates with more coating, like coating or texture on them to get the parts to stick better. So maybe you have to try those in the future. This printer also has a lot of really cool software aspects. One of my favorites is the auto bed level. So it can check 9 points on the bed and then kind of make a 3D mesh to figure out where to put the first layer down. This is really helpful because on my old printer I used to have to use 4 little screws in the corners and adjust them every 3 or 4 prints to make sure everything's going down nice and flat. There's also the Z offset tool, so you can adjust how much stick you want on your first layer, which is good when you're switching between materials. This printer comes with a filament sensor, so when you're running out of filament it'll stop the print and let you know that you need to add more filament, which has saved me a lot in the past. And it also makes loading filament really easy because you just pop it down, it detects it, and just pulls it in for you, which speeds up the process a little bit. This printer also has a layer shift detection, which I think is an awesome feature. My last printer struggled with this a lot. I'd get halfway through a massive print, it would shift, and the whole thing would be garbage. I'm pretty sure this feature has saved me a lot in the past. So I'm in college, and I live in a dorm room, and I have this thing underneath my bed. So having this thing run quiet is pretty important to me, and they have an awesome feature called stealth mode. So stealth mode makes all your step motors run really quiet, but it has some consequences. There's longer print times, there's no layer shift detection, and it still makes a good amount of noise from the heated bed. The relay that controls the temperature of the heated bed, the on and off, makes like a ticking sound. You can hear that over everything else in the whole printer, but it's still pretty quiet and I'm pretty happy with it. I'm very happy with this printer's print quality. When I first got the printer, I printed all the test parts and they all came out awesome, way better than my last printer. And also there's a statistics menu in the printer and you can see how long and how much filament you've used on the printer. And so far this has been going continuously for 100 days and have used almost 3 kilometers of filament. And almost every one of those parts have come out fantastic. So I have had some issues with this printer. I've had some errors on the screen, stuff saying low temperature alarm and then just random characters, not even English on there. But since then there's been a lot of firmware updates and those errors have kind of gone away. Also, if you try using a different slicer like Cura, the auto leveling, bed leveling doesn't happen because it's not coded into the G-code. So if you want to use anything other than the Prusa software, I don't think it'll work. I'm not sure about that though. Recently I've had some issues with the hardware of the printer as well. So it comes with this 3D printed filament holder, and I actually broke this a month ago, which kind of stinks, and I have no way of holding my filament up here. Maybe it needs to be a little bit stronger, maybe I just pulled it wrong or something, but that broke pretty easily. Also, the feet of the printer, these things fall out really easily, and I've lost a couple and have to go trace them down and find them again. So if there's a better way of holding those on, that'd be good. And I've also had some issues with the SD card. For some reason, this is really new, it sometimes says the card is not being read even though it's plugged in. And if I hit it by accident while it's running, it might lose connection for a split second and then stop the whole print and have to restart it again. So I'm not sure if it's my SD card or the reader inside, but I'm going to have to talk to Prusa about that to see if they know what's going on with it. Overall, I'm really happy with this printer. I love it a lot. Best printer I've ever owned. Has some of the coolest features I know of on the market. Also, Prusa is just a fantastic company. They're always coming out with new improvements. They never leave your old model behind. They always put out kits to upgrade it to the next level. And I just got one of the new upgrades. The MK3 multi-material upgrade lets you print 5 materials at once. So stay tuned for that. I'll be making a video real soon about me putting it together. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon.